taking a slow breath to calm his spirit. The old man spoke clearly and directly to John, a man of 20 summers. He was slight of frame and had dark black eyes. Tell me again where they went and everything about their camp. John kneeled to the ground and took his short staff and laid it down. It was 4 days following and 1 watching. I ran it back in 3 days. They're in a canyon with water and have several permanent buildings. John went into detail, telling how the buildings looked to be relatively new. They're made of stone and wood. All of them had fresh thatching for roofs. There was a large common building, smaller huts surrounding it. They had cleared and planted crops, but they were still small. Though permanent, the camp was not old. He could not come up with an exact count. There were 50 to 60 adults, male and female, together. There were 30 or so young ones. They had horses and donkeys, but no walls. John's description was clear enough to paint a picture of the entire camp. When he had finished, he took his staff and stood up. The old man had listened and formed a plan as the telling had been done. He took another deep breath and spoke to the group. We cannot let what happened stand unanswered. The distance between our camp is far enough to allow peace and trade. They chose theft and bloodshed instead. This is not on us. They took the old man from us and nearly took Seth. Turning his gaze to John, your brother is well and will be whole. You can choose to stay or go. Hear me out and then choose. John nodded, and then Ty, the old man, continued to the group. They left sign and we know where they are. We will answer their mistake. Glancing at the ground, he flipped the axe that he just picked up and forcefully slammed it into the ground with the bludgeon tip of the head. We need 4 long guns with us. Make sure the scopes are right. 4 of the shotguns. 20 rounds each for those. We will each carry a full quiver and our bows, as well as our in close. Everybody knew that in close was their knives, hatchets, clubs. The only thing that they would have different on this trip than they carried daily were the small forearm shields, one for the right and one for the left arm. But that's a different story. We will take food for the trek both ways, but we will only carry water for one way, the way there. We will well up in their water as we wash off the blood. Ty met the eyes of each person gathered, then spoke firmly. First light will find us gone. The end of chapter whatever.